And breaking news coming in from the United States of America. Trump approval falls to 41%, lowest of current term. That's according to Reuters Ipsos poll finds. And this comes amid the escalating conflict in West Asia and American involvement. 79% of Americans worry that Iran may target U.S. civilians. That's also according to the Reuters Ipsos poll finds that 84% of Americans concerned about growing U.S.-Iran conflict. The survey further says that most Americans fear escalation after U.S. airstrikes on Iran, an escalation that we saw play out just a short while back when Iran launched its retaliatory strike on American air bases, the first one being the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. And that's the news coming in that 84% of Americans are concerned about the U.S.-Iran conflict, according to Reuters Ipsos poll. There's, of course, a lot of domestic issues also in the United States of America, with a lot of Americans feeling that Trump unilaterally decided to enter this war with Iran after the United States of America launched the Operation Midnight Hammer against the 3 nuclear sites in Iran. And the Reuters polls, Ipsos polls further says that Trump's approval rating has fallen to its lowest at 84%. Remember, there are a lot of divisions within the United States of America on this issue. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani is joining us on the phone line. Susan, tell us more about the latest numbers that we are getting, that Trump's approval has fallen to 41%, lowest of current term. Of course, this comes after a lot of divisions with the United States of America, with Trump clearly, with Americans alleging that Trump unilaterally pushed the U.S. into a war against Iran.
Yes, this is the recent poll with 41%. He was holding pretty steady for the past few months at 42%. He came into office at 47% approval rating. But it really shows that 32% of respondents said only that they supported a continued U.S. airstrike, compared to 49% who said that they were opposed that the U.S., gets involved in any kind of prolonged war against Iran. However, within Trump's Republican Party, of course, 62% still back further strikes and 22% were opposed. And as you mentioned, it just shows how divided the American people are, mostly along party lines, about how the United States should insert or exit itself from this conflict between Israel and Iran. But nonetheless, it's clear that some 79% of Americans, almost 80%, said that they are worried that Iran may target the United States or civilians in response to U.S. airstrikes. And that was one of the main reasons that they were concerned that the United States get involved any further than it has. This poll is significant because it began after the U.S. airstrikes against Iran and ended early Monday, before Iran said that it would attack air bases in Qatar.
Right, Susan, I was just about to mention the same thing that you said, that the poll was apparently done before Iran's latest operation, Annunciation of Victory, in which it struck the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. And the latest polls, the numbers that we're getting you, in which U.S. President Donald Trump's approval rating dips to 41%. This comes at the back of U.S. striking Iran, the 3 nuclear sites, Isfahan, Natanz and Fordo, over the weekend, and entering the war with Israel against Iran.